Hi guys, this video was initially going to be a response to Mattel 0661's competition, diorama competition, but I this morning actually went back and rechecked the video, and it looks like I've, after initially watching the video and deciding, that I was going to come up with something for it, it would seem that I've misinterpreted some of the rules, and some of the specifications haven't been met. So this isn't an official entry, although I will leave it up to Mattel 0661 whether or not he wants to accept it in as an entry or not. But as it is, I don't think it meets the requirements. But it is what it is. So I thought I'd show you guys what I've been doing with it anyway. First thing you probably notice is the foliage on the trees. It's very unfoliage-like. I ran into a bit of a snag there, in that I don't have any way of making it more foliage-like. I've run out of spray paint, and I'm not going to try and paint cotton wool buds with a paintbrush. That would just be ridiculous. So yeah, they're just on there really to give you guys sort of the look of the thing, and to give you a bit of brain food, I suppose, when sort of looking at it. But anyway, just a little bit about Mattel's competition. What he wanted was a unit of guys, or creatures, whatever, a minimum of 3 for a unit size, to be placed in a diorama, which of course, as you can see, is the bit that I've kind of focused on there. And I had the idea, the concept for it, and then kind of forgot about the rest of the rules. So it's my understanding that what he wanted was a display board as well, and as you can see, there is no display board. So yeah, like I say, it is what it is, and this is just a showcase of it. Now, you guys might remember quite a few months ago, probably even more than 6 months ago, Chains ran a competition, a diorama competition, and one of the categories was for a diorama to be mounted on a flying base, a 40k flying base. Now this base is an oval base that is the same size as the flying base, the 40k flying base. And this was initially was going to be my entry for that competition, but I never got it finished. It faltered in the building stages and never got finished or painted. And it's obviously still not finished because of the foliage. But so that was the base of my idea for this diorama. Was basically just to sort of expand on this original diorama piece, which is now essentially finished apart from the foliage on the trees. So yeah, I'll just explain a bit about what's going on here, and I'll go in closer in a moment, but I'll just explain briefly at the minute. Now, in the centre you've got a guy with a heavy flamer that's traipsing through a swampy type area in between some trees, and sneaking up behind him, that you can see through the trees there, is a tyrannid just about ready to pounce on him. And that was the original diorama idea, but what I've done to expand that is I have a Kazachan command squad set up as well. There's a Las Cannon team, a sergeant with a chainsword, flamer guy, and a Vox caster guy. And the idea here is that this this rookie has been wandering through and got the attention of this tyrannid, and the Kathachans, being the the badass jungle fighters that they are, have seen what's going on, and they've set up this ambush for the Tyranid. So when the Tyranid lunges out to strike this guy, they're getting ready to shoot its face off with a las cannon. So yeah, that's basically what's going on here. So yeah, I'll go in, switch to macro and go in for a closer look. We'll start off with the las cannon team there. The kind of spore towers, or yeah, I guess they would be spore towers. They're just green stuff with holes poked in, basically. So yeah, you've got that. Obviously, all the bases match. So yeah, that's the las cannon team. Then you've got the captain, sergeant, leader type bloke who's in a kneeling position with his chainsword, which is a pretty cool pose, I think. He looks pretty effective like that. And you've got this guy also in a kneeling pose, pointing with his flamer and his sunglasses. Obviously, can't go anywhere without those. And yeah, finally this Voxcaster guy, who is a bit of a kit bash, in the sense that the torso and the legs, I believe, are from the command sprue, whereas the arm, I believe, is from the heavy weapons kit, and the other arm is just a regular guard arm. Yeah, all cast channel, all Imperial Guard. Then you have this guy who is a complete kit bash here. All kinds of stuff gone into this guy. The heavy flamer is from the Katachan heavy weapons kit. The legs are Katachan legs from the standard troop sprue. The torso is a Space Marine Scout torso, and the head is from the Imperial Guard Valkyrie kit, with a bit shaved off, the visor shaved off the top to make it look like it's supposed to be a helmet with a sort of a rebreather and a bionic thing going on there. And then the big beastie sneaking out of the water, or the muddy sludge behind him. You've got a Tyranid that is just a few bits from the Carnifex kit that were left over. It's just, yeah, a couple of the shoulder spikes at the back there, a head, and a couple of random hands that were chopped off. The claw hand on this side is just sort of the forearm of one of the weapon arms for the Carnifex, with a couple of claws stuck on the front to turn it into a crab-like claw. But yeah, so as you can see, this guy's completely unaware of the Tyranid sneaking up behind him, and he's completely unaware of the Imperial Guard, the Katachans, that have set up the ambush for the Tyranid, who is also unaware. But yeah, so it is what it is, guys. It's not quite what it was supposed to be, but this is sort of also a bit of a sort of a nod to Chains, I suppose, just to let him know that I didn't completely abandon the project, even though I didn't get it finished in time for the competition that he ran months and months and months ago. Obviously it's still not entirely finished, 100% complete, because the foliage isn't done on the trees, but yeah, I'm sure it'll it'll get done at some point in the future when I have the materials necessary to do it. So yeah, it's a bit of a ramble, guys. I've just gone over 10 minutes, so I'll cut this off here. Thanks for watching, and yeah, so catch you in the next video.